Good morning. It's Wednesday morning. How is everybody today? I hope everybody had a good rest. Oh, yesterday was busy. Got a lot done. So today's card is 22 in the Sacred Warriors by Alana Fairchild. And I don't know how to say it, so I'll just do the little words at the bottom. Honor of the Ancient King. And this is an amazing card. Ooh, isn't that beautiful? That's a lion. I love it. Lions have always been, for me, one of the really cool animal. I'm sorry if you hear clicking in the background. Astra has her stick, and she shoves it up underneath the carpet, and then she flicks the carpet. That's what you're hearing. She flicks the carpet to play. We're just going to ignore her. I have thrown the ball for her. I've petted her. I have spent lots of time with her this morning. Ironically, right? The lion card, and then I talk about Astra. No irony there at all, right? Anyway, so the lion has always been for me a symbol of a balance between masculine and feminine, because the lioness is the huntress and the lion is the protector of the tribe. But in this deck, the lion is very specific to implying the position of kingly leadership, which entails the wisdom of justice and mercy. This is the spirit of divine masculine actively expressed in order to right the wrongs of the world. The divine masculine potency within men and women defends the sacred feminine by putting in the energy, action, and commitment required to bring her values to life. Divine masculine consciousness is essential for us to conquer procrastination, hesitation, fear, doubt, and inertia. It is the power of the sword of discernment, integrity, strength, and honesty. Yes, Astra, I'm reading. It is the ability to protect and defend what is worthy. It is not about dominating the world, but about moving powerfully amongst it from a position of inner spiritual connection to the wisdom of the sacred feminine that is always revealing the way. The lion is an archetypal energy of raw power, strength, and fearlessness. Lions carry a powerful energy for those that need to be seen and heard in positions of leadership. Be fearless as you trust in the spiritual power, which is certainly more than enough for any divine purpose that needs to be accomplished. Express your true voice and affirm your intentions. The voice of the Spirit is louder than any other voice within you or around you. It is the most powerful, the most far-reaching impact, like the roar of a lion. The spiritual voice speaks truth and will be heard and take effect, casting off any darkness, seeking to impede your purpose and the purpose of those who love you and The spiritual voice speaking truth will be heard and take effect, casting off any darkness, seeking to impede your purpose and the purposes of those that you love and respect. It is a time for the sacred feminine to come to the fore, and likewise, the masculine is required. I like that it says here, the sacred lion also brings the message of wise cultivation of energy. Lions can rest for 20 hours a day, but when they need to act, they do. They also take their share of the food available without apology. If you've been associating leadership with overwork and sacrifice of your needs to fulfill the needs of others, do away with that. I am so guilty of that. In your well-being, strength, and dignity, so much more shall be accomplished. Those that you are here to love, guide, and protect will feel the faith in their path, and all the more when their guide expresses and embodies divine love with wisdom and kindness towards all, including compassion and respect for self. I find that this card today for me is just profound, and I'm going to explain that. So I've been sitting here. I got up a little later than I meant to this morning. I've got clients today, so I've got a busy day. And I was sitting for a moment. I was doing my tuning forks, and I hadn't pulled the card yet. And I had a moment of, well, I could write on my book first. And then I thought, well, I already got up a little later than I meant to this morning, so I probably don't have time to write on my book and then do daily devotional, but I'm going to have to take time today and write on my manuscript, because yesterday I had time and I procrastinated. I procrastinated by doing something else that, yes, did need to be done, but something that could have been done another time, okay? And I was feeling a little guilty about it, and I thought, okay, I'm going to have to write on my book today. I really need to focus on that. And then I thought, well, I also have that other appointment later on today. I don't know. So I was kind of waffling. And then I had a conversation with a client yesterday, and sometimes this happens. I'm working with someone on their blueprint, right? And something bubbles up and I hear myself say it and I go, wait a minute, I needed to hear that for me too. Like sometimes it's for me too. It doesn't mean it's not meant for the other person, but I could learn from that, and it sticks. Nothing else sticks, but that sticks. And the thing that stuck was that I have totally been that person where I have associated leadership with overwork and sacrifice to fulfill the needs of others. And I have also looked at the things that I need to do as somehow I have to give something up. And it's been an internalized thing that I have worked on. I am aware that I do this. But how it came up in this card and how it bubbled through my consciousness really brought forward that, yes, I have been working on this, right? But the reason I do daily devotions, the reason that I'm writing this book, the reason that I'm making sure that I do readings and I have a calendar that people can book and I really get my business moving is that I need to be able to take care of myself so that I can turn around and mentor and help people see that you can find balance in your life and you don't have to be the sacrificial lamb in your life to get things done. And leadership is not necessarily something that to be a leader doesn't mean you're an egomaniac, because I'm certainly not. An egomaniac, narcissistic, whatever. There's a lot of words out there. But being a leader, to me, has always been enveloping that feminine and using that divine strength that's within all of us, that balance between the masculine and the feminine. And it's really interesting because there have been times in my life that I've really embraced, that leadership quality. And I've been accused of being too dominant. I remember being really confused at one point. I had people going, "Are you gay?" I'm like, does that have to do with anything? Because they misinterpret. They don't know what it is that they're looking at. And the more and more that I come back to my own center, to my place of peace, I find my strength. And my strength is very earth-centered. It's very enveloping of the elements around me. It's very enveloping of the totem, the animal entities around me and through me. And part of the gifts that I have that I'm writing about in my book and that I use in my sessions, there is a great deal of masculine and feminine strength in that. I call upon my ancestors. I call upon Father Sky and Mother Earth every single day. And I ask them to imbibe me with the energy that I need to do the things that I need to do. And that balance, when people don't know what it is they're looking at, that it can come across as dominating sometimes, or if it triggers fear. Now, I am a catalyst, so catalysts can trigger fear in people just by breathing in the same room with them, because jealousy and fear and angst and all of that are kind of brought forward because a catalyst, by the nature of who they are and their life theme and their energy, triggers change in people. It triggers them to be a mirror of themselves for growth. I make people uncomfortable sometimes. It is never intended to be out of fear. It is always, in my world, intended to be from a place of love. I think this card is very profound for the day. I really do, because it really reinforces that lion energy. You lie in wait, and then you need to move. And I've been procrastinating on my book, and I need to take the time, and I need to dive in, and I need to really trust that lion medicine, that medicine of strength. I love this. It is the power of the sword of discernment, integrity, strength, and honesty. The ability to protect and defend what is worthy. It's not about domination. It's about moving powerfully in the world from a position of inner spiritual connection, and the wisdom of the sacred feminine is always leading the way. The sacred feminine leads the way all of the time in everything. The sacred masculine expresses order to right things in the world. But the sacred feminine leads that charge. So there's a little blip at the very beginning. The ancient king of the Zulu brings you an empowering message. You are destined to know and experience what it is to be truly empowered. Your voice, your courage, your wisdom, your dignity can create considerable spiritual light, uplifting and inspiring others, guiding them from a place of spiritual truth towards the fulfillment of their own divine potential. If you have been doubting yourself or feel unworthy of the boldness of your visions, you must allow your spirit to roar, for you shall conquer all obstacles and succeed in your heart's desires. I had a conversation with my partner yesterday, and I belong to this organization. It's a historical recreation group, and I had a really traumatic event in 2010. No one's fault. A little bit of mold toxicity, apparently a little bit of menopausal ADHD, autism, undiagnosed anxiety, just a morass of stuff. And I went from somebody who talked in front of people, who taught. I've acted, off Broadway. I've done things where I'm in front of people. It's never been a problem. And I went from someone who could be in front of people to someone who had extreme anxiety, extreme angst, extreme crippling fear. And traditionally, as part of my hobby, I have traditionally always played in the background. I've carried chairs, washed dishes, volunteered in the background. And a lot of things changed right around 2010, 2011, when I introduced my partner to this organization and he started getting recognition. Well, then people started looking at me, and it was a very uncomfortable and angsty thing. And then I got really, really bullied really, really bullied for a couple years. It was awful. And that just added to the trauma. Okay, it added to the triggers, it added to the trauma. And whilst all of this is going on, I'm being pushed by my guides and I say pushed, but encouraged and given very reaffirming information from the universe that you need to do daily devotions, you need to write this book, you need to work on your business, you need to do readings, you need to put yourself out there to help people because you've been doing it on the sidelines for years. Now is the time to make this a profession so that you can stop being distracted by working a 9-to-5 job and living a square box life. Like, you need to be living your whole life. And your whole life is about service to others, which it totally is. And as part of all of this journey, you take square box life journey and you take spiritual journey, and they start to slowly kind of come together. And part of that journey was discovering I had autism and getting diagnosed for ADHD. And lo and behold, there's a little pill you can take. I mean, I take a child's dose, so it's not like I'm taking a huge amount of anything. This little child's dose of this ADHD medication, which has changed my world and changed so much that I was able to go to one of our events and I was able to participate all day long without much anxiety. I had a few moments. I was able to last from the opening of gate all the way through till the tail end of cleanup. I was able to drive home after that and stay awake. I crashed the next day. I did. Hard crash all the way to the bottom. But that crash was my body going, whoa, what the hell did you do yesterday? Not the internal angst and the anxiety and all of that. And I've had a couple days to kind of chew on that. And I've come to a place where I do have the strength. And I have done the work myself. And now I can turn around and share that with all the almost 50 years of experience that I have as a psychic, as a catalyst, as a reader. My life experiences, all the stuff that has happened. You know, people are like, you should write a book about everything that's happened to you because you've lived like 4 lifetimes in 40 years. I'm like, yeah, I probably could. I don't think I'm going to. But what I'm saying is that I'm realizing slowly that daily devotions are a dream that I have because we need to use social media and we need to use this to create community and create a support network for each other because we are not alone. I thought I was alone for a really, really long time. And if anything that I can do with daily devotions is to share that you are not alone. And I'm extremely passionate about using social media and technology to help us connect better and get back to a world where community is central so that we can repair our world and stop damaging her, turn around climate change, heal each other, and accept each other for our vast diversity, being aware of your blueprint so you have the ability to participate in your life and it's not this random other thing. And get rid of hardcore, controversial statement here, get rid of hardcore religion. It has no place in our world. And it has damaged and hurt so many people. We are all spiritual entities, and we all have the ability to connect to the divine. We do not need religion. We do not need that format anymore. We have grown as communities, we have grown as intellectuals, and we have science. And science is coming closer and closer and closer to proving so much of the world that I've been aware of. There's just so much. And I know that the lion energy, honor of the ancient king, that masculine energy pushes me. So my question for you is, friends, what does the lion energy push you in? What are you passionate about? Where is the divine feminine leading you? And where can the divine masculine support you? He is within us all. Blessings to Father Sky and Mother Earth. And I wish you the blessings of the day. And thank you for listening to my little rant at the end, but it all connects. It's all meaningful. And I'm going to sit with this card all day. This was profound. This is really profound for me. Have a blessed day, and I will see you tomorrow in prayer. Blessed be.